today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's a special Christmas Day edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in mired in a brutal stretch right now. Losers of 8 straight games.
Can you imagine going 2 straight months without winning a game and still trying to hold it together? They've got to find some inspiration somewhere that can lead them to a victory.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looked like man coverage able to read it there on the outside for the completion. That'll be something to track as the game goes along here.
It certainly will, and there's so many different ways that they will try to figure out whether they're in man or zone. Sometimes you'll run a guy in motion to see if someone runs with him. Other times you'll empty out the backfield, spread it out, and see if everyone comes out and matches up. In any event, anytime you see man coverage, you tell your guys you got to win those matchups, because if you do, you'll get the football and probably for a nice game.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Try to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
At the 40-yard line.
It's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Quarterback taken down and sacked.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Reception here by Ruggs. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
17 yards. First down, Denver.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he'll air this one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead.
Brandon McMahon.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. And play that time for the Raiders. 57 yards on the ground. So they had it bottled up, able to make a man miss, and then boom, off to the races.
And it's how he made him miss. A little bit of strength, too. Had to work through contact to get him off of him. And then once he did that, now he put his agility to use and took off.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The drive will start with an option going left. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
A gain of 14.
He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking...
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
McManus's point after is good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
I'm impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks if I'm not mistaken.
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And take it into the end zone for a Denver score. It's their quarterback. 28 yards. And the Broncos will extend their lead. So an electrifying run there as he calls his own number and takes it all the way.
Brings a new dynamic to this offense, doesn't he? And right now I'm picturing the offensive coordinator, the head coach in their minds, drawing up some more running plays for this guy because he brings some excitement to this offense.
And just a young rookie, a lot of electricity yet to come in this career. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Gain of 9.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They're going to look to throw. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, Jacobs. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. You credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd and 9 now. Throwing now, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
That is a deep shot that's complete. He will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory. A huge play there for Denver. 64 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Their mobile quarterback with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And the lead will grow by one more. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was finished by the touchdown run from the 15.
To kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On second down, Jacobs. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Josh Jacobs.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Raiders on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Raiders get a score closer. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. The ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
Set to take over, the Broncos offense trots back out. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a...
And that's caught inside the 35. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 73 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you call.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. It's their quarterback on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos push further out in front. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore. Or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Denver's offense ready to go again. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion, let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got it at the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 52 yards. The previous play, big on the ground. That one big through the air. Things have jumped up quickly.
Certainly appears that whatever their thought process is on the defensive side of the ball, they're one play behind. You know, loaded up for the pass, they hit them with the run. Load up for the run, they hit them with the pass. They've got to get in sync.
The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports?
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings. Eluding the pressure right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's third down.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That gain on third down, good for 28.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get it.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Max Crosby showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Out of the gun now on third down.
Open man, he completes it to Judy.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
Makes the score Broncos 38. Raiders.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half. Okay, because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up!
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball. Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, The coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things.
49-yard line.
That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
A pass there complete to Sutton. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 23. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down. This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it, because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Noah Fant with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, to give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that will extend this big lead.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
So out come the Raiders. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
A run on first down with Jacobs as he'll get this forward for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
With the score, Broncos 45, Raiders 10.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Shotgun snap and again to Lindsey. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
46-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. It's caught inside the 25. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
At their own 25-yard line.
And here now the offense heading back out there.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slam.
That's good for Las Vegas.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll look downfield for Waller. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. That catch good for only a couple.
In order for a screen. Pass to break big. A lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Back to throw again. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Matt Prater on for the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Back now on EA Sports. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Taking it about the 1.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Now Cortland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Another run by Lindsey. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll rifle this one deep. That's caught inside the 20. A huge play there for Denver. 55 yards.
Continuing to keep their foot on the gas. And it looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally. They're having a blast out there all game long when they throw the football. They're picking up nice chunks of real estate, significant yardage on just about every throw that they make. And there's another one there, and they continue to have that fun that you just talked about.
So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trailed
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes.
A fumble on the play.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Denver, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they'll return home next.